Hey y'all, it's me. I'm back to do another video for you because I love you guys, and when I don't do videos, I miss you. So I'm doing this video, and of course, you know what day today is. It's hashtag TTST. So by the title, I know you guys can tell what kind of video it's gonna be. Yep, it's gonna be a story time about the first heartbreak. You know, the first time I figured out that this thing right here, in this general area right here, could break, it could hurt, it could do other things other than pump blood. You know, guys, let's just get into a story. So, when I was just a wee little girl, I was in grade 5, and we did an orientation to see our schools, our middle schools that we were going to. So it was like an evening, and your family would go to the school and meet the teachers, the principal, you know, get a feel of the school before you started the new school. So I went to my orientation, you know, and they're looking around to see some people I don't know. I seen a couple of people I went to elementary school with, you know, talking to them, hey, you know, look over here to the right, you know, see some new faces, you know, trying to be that girl, because, you know, I was always that kind of outgoing girl, kind of, you know. So I'm like, okay, you know, hi. Then y'all took a look to the left, and like the heavens opened up and the light from heaven began to shine, and the angels began to sing. The birds came and they sang their sweetest song while they circled this Adonis, this this perfect specimen that I was looking at. And he was everything. And that moment, while the heavens opened up and the angels were singing their song and the birds were circling and singing their song, I said to myself, Olivia, you're gonna marry this guy. You were going to marry him. I could have bet you my entire being. I could have bet you everything I owned that I didn't really own because I was in grade 5. I could have bet you all the money I had. I could have bet you my name. I could have bet you my future home, my future children that I didn't even think about being conceived at that time. I could have bet you anything that I was going to marry that man, because I just knew he was perfect. He wasn't just all that in a bag of chips. He was all that, a bag of chips, some KFC hot wings, some Burger King nuggets. He was some hot Cheetos and a large iced tea on the side, y'all. He was everything. So I said, you know what? This is what I'm going to do. I know, because I know I'm going to marry him. So you know what I did? Let me tell y'all exactly what I did that night. I went home and I wrote about him in my diary. I'm gonna be honest, I was kind of shy, so I didn't talk to him. I did not talk to him. I just went home, I wrote in my diary, and I thought about how much I was going to marry this person. Mind you, I still didn't know his name. I didn't know if he was even going to my school. He could have been a family member of somebody that was going to my school. I didn't know how old he was. I didn't know anything about him. All I knew was I was going to marry him. So when the school finally started now, I saw him and I started to get to know him, and I found out that his name was, I can't say his name because we still kind of talk today. His name was Boris Kojo, because Boris Kojo is fine as hell. Found out his name was Boris, you know, found out he was in my grade. Unfortunately, he wasn't in my homeroom class, but it's okay. He also didn't take my school bus, but it was okay. So I was in love with Boris. And in grade 6, we had this camp trip, and they said, okay, y'all are going to Camp Wanakita. So because I heard that Boris was going to Camp Wanakita, I begged and pleaded with my parents, please let me go, please let me go. I told them everything I need to go and everything that I would do so I could go, and all how good I would be. I begged and I pleaded, And then they let me go, and it was the happiest week of my life because I got to go to Camp Wanakita, and still I did not really talk to him. I just watched him. I watched him when we were in the mess hall. I watched him eat. I was kind of a stalker, maybe a little bit. Yeah. But that's what happened. I watched him eat in the mess hall. When we were doing group activities, I watched him while he was rock climbing. I watched him while he played basketball with his friends. And I didn't talk to him. And then we came back, went to school like normal. You know, we'd have school dances, and I wanted to dance with him, but I was so scared because he was so fine. Let me tell you how fine he was. Even when he was in grade 6, the grade 8s wanted to dance with him. Okay, the grade 8 girls were into him, even though he was in grade 6. That's how fine Boris was, okay? So it wasn't just me. It's kind of intimidating. So, but I still didn't, because I'm like, I'm this little fat chubby girl, like, who would like me? Nobody likes me. So that's how I felt at the time, but I didn't talk to him. So then one day I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna suck it up and I'm gonna write him a poem. And I wrote him a poem, and I gave it to my friend who was on his school bus, and I gave it to her, and I said, girl, can you give this to him, please? And when she got home, she called me. And when she called me, I was waiting for her call because I wanted to know like what he said and how he felt about it. What did he do? Y'all, that was the worst day of my life up till that point. She gave him the letter on the bus. He opened it, read it in front of everyone. And not only did he read it in front of everyone, he laughed at me. He made fun of me. He said I was ugly and I had one black eye and one brown eye. He said so many mean things about me, and then he ripped it up and threw it out the window. Yeah. When she told me, I cried. I bawled. I feel like I cried all night because I couldn't understand how my future husband would be treating me like this. Like, what would make him treat me like this? I don't know how I got the strength, but somehow I got the strength to go to school the next day. And I don't know if he was making fun of me to his friends, but he didn't say anything directly to me. So I don't know if he made fun of me to his friends and whatever he did, but I was just scared. And then one time we had another dance, and I said I want to dance with him. So another friend went to him and said, hey, do you want to dance with Olivia? And he said no. And he said it like that because I could see his face. And I got so scared. So sad. And I just stopped trying to pursue him after that. I just knew that, you know, we're going to get married and he'll figure it out eventually that he loves me. He wants to be with me. And I loved him from far away ever since then. It was a very sad story. And then in grade 7, somehow, some way, I have no idea how this happened. We became so close. Like, we became like best friends up until the point where, you know, you go on field trips and they say, oh, you need to have a buddy. Like, me and him would be partners. And because we were partners, people would say, oh, are you guys dating? Are you guys dating? But we never dated. We never discussed any of that. That happened in grade 6, and we just became friends after that. And that was it. And I moved on to having a crush on somebody else. Oh, man. Anyways, guys, quick story about how the first time I got my heart broken and how it felt. It was pretty rough. I'm not gonna lie. It hurt a lot. I'm not gonna lie, but I would quickly find out that there were more to come. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed that short story, guys. If you have any comments, please leave them down below. Follow me on Instagram and Snapchat. I love talking to you guys. I love you guys that are communicating with me through Instagram and through even commenting on my videos. Please don't forget to subscribe, guys. Don't leave without subscribing. And also give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more storytime videos. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one.